Okay, so welcome to my rebuild. If you don't know me, you'll hear my story in a minute. It's not that exciting. But a week ago, I lost my Facebook account. 24,000 followers, ten to $15,000 a month. It's kind of like when you get fired and you lose your income and you've got to rebuild from scratch. Now, thankfully, I am not new to this rodeo. I've got a faceless TikTok and another TikTok to pick up the slack. However, a lot of people have one job or one income stream. And when this happens, you lose it overnight, you got to go find another one. And if you don't have reserves or savings or investments that you can pull out of, then you're scrambling and you're stuck. So I was really surprised. I honestly couldn't believe it. I've never had my account lost or shut down ever in 9 years of building. I've been building online since 2017. I'll share with you some documentation and proof. I made six figures in my first year. I've never had this happen. So that to say, it can truly happen to anyone. I did appeal it. If I get it back, great. If I don't, I really took it as a sign that God's like, do it again and do it faster and do it bigger and do it bolder. And so that's really what we're going to do. I'm going to share with you guys how to build online without being a spammy, salesy weirdo, doing it the correct way. We are in a trust recession, and what that means is people don't trust the teachers, they don't trust the gurus, and they don't trust the know-it-alls. And so if you're building that way online, which I'm not saying any of you are, but I actively do this for a living. I'm always in the market research. I'm a geek when it comes to marketing and sales online. And I can go to someone's profile and within about 3 minutes, sometimes quicker, tell them why they're not making any money. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to introduce myself. I know we have some new people on here that don't know me or my story or my journey or how the heck I came to build a Facebook business. It was not something I was looking for when I got started in 2017. It wasn't a thing. There wasn't everyone and their mom shouting from the rooftops about a digital product and a course and just all the noise on social media. There wasn't actually any noise at all. It was very quiet. It was very peaceful. I was a mom in 2017. Let me back up. So brand new account, 24,000 followers gone, $10,000 to $15,000 in income. And now I'm starting from scratch. So this is my new Facebook. You can see I've got 50 followers. It's about 5 days old. I can't remember if I started on Monday or Tuesday. So it's about a week old, and we are starting from scratch. And I'm going to share with you guys exactly what I do to build a business. This is not get rich quick. This is not make money overnight. I can't promise you that you're going to make 10 grand a month and you're going to do all these amazing things. I can tell you that you can, but I can't promise that you will, because the truth is what you put into your business is what you're going to get out of your business. And I just happen to put blood, sweat, and tears into mine. So I'm not special. I'm not real cool. I'm not real smart. I'm 46 years old. I started at 35 years old. A little bit later in life, I had my daughter, Kaden. And when they laid her on my chest, I was like, yeah, I'm not leaving her for 50 hours a week. I was a retail store manager. 50 hours was my required schedule. I had to work 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, one night, 2 weekends a month. And it sucked. I liked what I did. It paid the bills, but I was at the mercy of someone else giving me permission. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to take my maternity leave and I'm going to go see if there's something else out there. I've always had this inner pull, right? If you've ever had that inner pull, like, let me know, put something in the chat. Just this, like, there's more out there for me. There's just something more out there for me. I know I'm meant to do more. I know I'm meant to be more. But reality kicked in and was like, but you got to cover your rent. But you can't start over because you make a really good salary right now and you need to cover your bills, right? So I stayed quiet for 25 years. We call it golden handcuffs. Every year I got a raise, and every year you stay, right? You stay because you think that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're sold. Get a job, get a career, retire. It didn't work out for me that way. I now have 3 kids. I've got no college degree. I'm a 3.0 basic student at best. My first business ended in bankruptcy, a big, fat, public, humiliating bankruptcy. And I learned how to turn that mess into my message. So this is my daughter, Kaden. And again, C-section 2014, they laid her on my chest and I was like, yeah, I'm not going back to work. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am not missing her first words. I'm not missing her first steps. I'm not missing her first roller skate day. Like, I just was not going to miss it. So unfortunately, I did not have a screenshot of my account at 24,000 followers. I know it's weird because I screenshot the world, and probably if I really wanted to look, I could go find it, but I could not find it. I did find my account at 19,000 followers. So we're going to use that one. Some of you have followed me and you know my account was at 24. I was earning over 10,000 a month. It has been for several years. So this is what happens when you get fired, when you lose your job, when you rent space. We are renting space on these social media platforms. Now, the reason that I was able to make income is because, number one, my banner showed what I valued, right? I am a mom who values being a mom first and the money second. So everything was around what I could do for my kids. I had a link in my bio right there, helping people get paid with a 2-hour workday. That was it. There was nothing else I was talking about or sharing on social media. I was super clear. I was extremely direct. I was either telling people you want to make $10,000 a month or bye-bye. There was nothing else on my social media. And then it got shut down. So this is a screenshot of my first year, 2016 into 2017 right there. My first half of the year, I made $18,000. It was not impressive. I struggled. I felt like it was never going to work. I felt like I didn't understand the system. I felt like it was going too slow. And I just kept showing up. I showed up rain or shine or sun. I showed up when no one was clapping. I showed up when other people didn't show up. And that second half of the 6 months, I made $121,000 because I just kept believing. And I knew at some point something had to give. We call it a pipeline in the industry. And at one point, you just stuff that pipeline so full that it pops and out come all of these customers. And what happens is people who are watching you build online are actually testing you and your commitment. It has nothing to do with them and them saying no or them not looking or them not giving you the time of the day. They are watching you and they want to know if you're consistent. They want to know if you're committed. Because if I'm going to buy, let's say I'm going to buy life insurance and I know a friend that sells life insurance, like I want to know she's going to be there in 5 years. I don't want to buy life insurance from my friend and in 6 months she's doing something else. So I stayed the course. I stayed committed. I made 121 in my next 6 months and I have never looked back. So my first opportunity was high ticket. High ticket meaning I made $10,000 per person. So I had a $10,000 sale. These are not for me to brag. It's because social proof is a real thing. I had a $20,000 month in 2017. This is my first 6-figure pin. I'd never made 6 figures in my career. And I was never going to make 6 figures in my career as far as I could see because I didn't have a piece of paper that said I graduated college. So those were not available to me. So COVID happens. And people are not dropping $20,000 to learn how to invest in real estate. Not only that, we couldn't invest in real estate because COVID happened. So I had to pivot, and I had to pivot really, really fast because I was used to making $10,000 a month. So I started looking at what was online that could pay 100% commissions and that were $1,000 a pop. So my first opportunity, this was 2019, 2020. I started doing Exodus. It did really well. This is my first month. I made $11,000 and I was like, okay, this is really fantastic. Now, I'm going to go through these kind of fast. Again, this is just to show you that I know what I'm doing. I can show you, I can teach you, I can tell you. And if you want to make a 6-figure business, it's easier now more than ever because you're just going to be real and human and normal. No one wants a guru and no one wants a teacher and no one wants a boss. But they want a real person that's going to show up, that's going to be honest, that's going to talk about what they're actually solving. So this is UBC, Ultimate Branding Course, I think is what it's called. That was a $15,000 month in my first month when I started that one. And then I purchased another one because it gave my customers more options. I'm all about what's going to serve my customer. I know how to make money online, but what's going to serve my customer on the other end? I personally like 100% commissions. I personally like getting paid the day that the sale comes through. Doesn't mean I don't have other income streams, but this is just how I like full control of my income, and those are available online. So we'll go through this. Because I've been on social media, I'm actually a best-selling author. I was involved in a book. There's a whole series of books. Because you meet relationships, you meet people online. I saw this funny video today, and it literally was like, the best thing I did was talk to strangers on the internet, right? We're taught not to talk to strangers on the internet, but strangers on the internet have been my best friends. I learned how to speak on stage, and you can see right there, like, I mean, super unprofessional photo also, but like I'm wearing Chuck Taylors. I'm not like a big polished speaker. I'm just someone who has a big heart. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to building online and building brands on social media. I geek out over this stuff. And if I can be in a position where I can talk about it and share, I'm absolutely going to do it. So this is what it looks like. It is me being me in real life in front of a camera. It's not sexy. It's not perfect. There's not an AI opportunity in any of these photos. It's just real life photos. And the reason that I chose these ones is because you can see right here, 439 likes, 310 comments. This is what's considered viral on Facebook. Now, you're talking back in 2023, 27 comments. This one I think is 2020, let's see, 994, that's probably Offer Lab, so about a year ago, maybe. 386 comments, 475 likes. I'm just a normal person that's publicly sharing her own journey. And people will buy from me just to support the journey because people want to follow a mission and a cause. So you've got to find a mission and a cause and be a normal person on social media. These are just a few more that you can see. Like, I don't even have any makeup on, and there's 714 comments. Now, when someone leaves a comment or a like, I am all over their page. I'm not just going back and, hey, I'm not commenting on my own page. I'm already viral. What I'm doing is I'm giving the love back to their page. And I'll show you that in a minute of how I'm starting over. This is TikTok. I've started over on TikTok. I have a course. It's absolutely free to you. You come into our community. You do not need to pay anything. We're not charging for it. It's called Short Form Video Secrets. This is me in the center with 2,700 followers after 1 week. This is Lauren with 2,200 followers after 1 week, and this is Nicole with 1,000 followers after 1 week. We documented the entire journey. We put it into a PDF. We did a video around it, everything to get $1,000 in a week when you get started on TikTok. This is my TikTok channel now. It does very well. I make sales from videos that I've done. This video is from 2025 and it still pays me today. It still gets me leads every single day. This one still gets me leads every single day. It's pinned to the top, and this one still gets me leads every single day. This is June of last year. This one is probably June-ish of last year. So what's really important, guys, is for 9 years, even though I've been a part of several opportunities, I have sold one thing from the front of the room. I could show you how to make money online. It doesn't matter the vehicle, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So can you do this faceless? Yes, you can. This is my faceless TikTok account. You'll see it's still me because I wanted to do it. I'm not attracted to perfection. I think that that's bullshit, and that doesn't align with me. So I don't want to look perfect. I want to be a real person, and I just wanted to see if I could hide some of my money, like full transparency. I wanted to hide some of my money. And so I started a faceless account. This one I started in November. Did nothing with it from January until today. It's made over $8,000. I maybe post one video a day about 4 days a week. I do not spend a lot of time over there. It's just extra money. So how do we make money online? We make money online by pulling people out. This is my friend Jessica. She is in an opportunity with me, and she asked a question inside of a group. She didn't ask a question. She did kind of a statement. If you aren't gaining customers daily, get over here. People do not admit they're struggling. If you ask someone, what are you struggling with on social media? They don't know. If they knew they'd solve it, they'd make money. So you never want to focus on the negative. You always want to focus on the positive. Even rich people want more money. Even rich people want more sales. So we always focus on the opportunity. If you're not getting customers daily, get over here. Now she's got 402 comments. The law of large numbers suggests that 10%, if all she did was convert 10%, that's 40 sales. Depending on what she's got and what her offer is, that's 40 sales. Now, is it 40 sales that's going to happen in a day or in a week? No, because we have to build connection. We have to build trust and we have to build credibility. And that's what our Facebook profile does. So this is my friend Jody. He actually drives a limo for a living. So Facebook is paying a simple hi, and I'll give you the deets that brings us customers daily. Both of these were selling the same product, right? 115 comments, 11 sales, depending on how much the product is. He's got worst case, he's going to make 11 people are going to buy his product. If you aren't getting 2 to 4 customers per week in your business, comment. I'll show you how I'm doing it. Erin joined our community. She got these leads within her first weekend. I gave her a question to ask inside of a group, and she got 224 customers comments and was like, what do I do? And what we do is we connect. We are a real person with real life. We're super busy. We do not show up for them. You still have to manage your own time. You have to appear busy because busy is relatable to money. Wealthy people are not standing by their phone waiting for a phone call. Wealthy people do not stand in their DMs and hope and pray and watch their Facebook. They walk away from their business. They go live life. They go do other stuff. Then they come back to their business. So that's what we do. And that's how we build credibility. Now, this was my first program, and these are just people that I've worked with that I've showed them exactly what I do and how to post on social media. This is my friend Kayla. She made $3,000. Back in the day, I was building an MLM. I do not and will not ever build an MLM, but I will show you exactly how to build an MLM. Everything that we do on social media, you can build an MLM. You can build a coaching business. It doesn't matter. I'm actually building a transmission shop from everything that I've learned online. Most businesses that went out of business, they didn't get online fast enough. So you have to be online. I actually went to high school with this couple right here. It's super cute. They came into my business and they did everything I told them to do and started making money very quickly. My friend Bambi had 6,000 in 7 days. She's always in Hawaii or Mexico or traveling somewhere else. Stephanie, she made $2,600 with a system and then added an extra $4,200 into her coaching program. Jandy's my favorite story. This is Jandy, and she was in the high ticket program that I was in. And I was brand new at coaching. And so I only charged her $495 until she made her first sale. And she made $18,000 in her first 30 days. She needed one sale. And so that was really, really exciting. A few more people that have done very well. This is Bambi celebrating me on a $2,000 day. I'm not a rich person. I'm not really, hey, look at me, I make all this money. Like if you saw me in a grocery store, you wouldn't have any idea that there's money in my bank account, because for me, I'm all about experiences. So this is what I do with my money. And this is the most meaningful thing for me, is experiences and living life on my own terms and getting to do what I want. So I got to see Elton John. I took my kids to Hawaii for Christmas. I'm with my brother and his family, just hanging out. We go to the Grand Canyon. That's my best friend in the center in Las Vegas with our kids growing up together. We paid cash for a little Mazda car. My kids went to Six Flags. We spent 2 weeks in Manhattan Beach in California, because this business has allowed me to have freedom. And with that freedom, I get to stack cash in the bank because I've got kids that are going to need cars and college funds and all the things. But I still get to be a yes mom, and I still get to do things for my kids. So now you're asking, okay, that's all fantastic, Jen, but how? You said you were going to show us how. I am going to show you my Facebook and how I'm doing this. We are going to start right here for you. What problem do you want to solve for yourself? What problem do you want to solve for yourself? I know we're all awesome and we're all perfect and we all want to post on social media all the shiny unicorn shit, but that doesn't make the money. What makes the money is being real. What makes the money is being authentic And people have a hard time being authentic because they're people pleasers. And if you're pleasing other people, you're not being honest. You're saying shit, but you're not saying the truth. You're saying what you think other people want to hear. So what problem do you want to solve for yourself? When I got started, it was $500 to cover a truck payment. I wanted to know it was real. Now, I'm very smart. I'm a fast learner. I take copious notes. So I knew if someone could show me how to make 500 and I liked what I was doing, I'm going to keep running with it. And that's what I did. But the problem was 500. And I did it in front of people. I didn't care. I also started a brand new Facebook account. I always encourage my clients, get away from your friends and family. Like, stop trying to convince them that what you're doing is the greatest thing in the world. They don't give a shit. Start a new account, start from scratch, block them, don't tell them, so that you can be yourself, so you can be honest, so you can be real, and so you can actually solve the problem instead of proving it. And do it out loud. This is going to look ugly. This is going to look messy. I have cried on videos. I have made mistakes on videos. I have bloopered my videos. I have publicly humiliated myself. It is not, no one cares. No one gives a shit about you the way you do. So it feels like it, but they really don't. They're so busy with their own lives and their own stress. And the really, really crazy thing, and this cost me $25,000 to learn, they don't know you made a mistake until you tell them. They don't know you messed up unless you tell them you messed up. Stop telling people your limitations. Stop telling yourself your limitations. Okay, we're going to solve a problem and we're going to do it out loud. Now, last thing, you're going to follow a system. Doesn't have to be my system, but it's got to be a system. If you are trying to be the leader, the coach, the guru, the boss, the thing, that everyone look at me and I'm awesome and I'm great, that's only going to take you so far. It's only going to take you so far. You're going to create codependency. You're going to burn yourself out. People are going to look to you for all the answers, and you are going to want to throw your phone into the ocean. Ask me how I know. You've got to follow a system, and you've got to leverage something bigger than you. You've got to leverage a team. You've got to leverage someone else. You've got to leverage a system. You do not want codependency. You want independent people that can work by themselves, that also like working with you. Now, last part of leadership, you can't give directions that you have not taken. You cannot give directions you have not taken. I can't tell you how many people I see on social media talking about time freedom, passive income. They don't have it. You're giving directions that you haven't taken. Don't tell people to drink the Kool-Aid you're not drinking. That is what's not authentic. Okay, so here's what I did. Oh, I got suspended today also. Like, that was fun. I was really panicking for a second there, like, wow, Mark, I thought we were homies. Okay, you're back on Facebook. Thank you, Lord God. Whew. I literally texted Amy and I was like, Amy, what do I do for this call? I'm in trouble. Okay, for your account, you want to show up as an authority figure. So I want to talk about the word position. Because you are in a position to show other people one step, not 50 steps, not 47 steps, and not the whole freaking business. Please don't talk. Just one step. The step that you've already taken, you now have authority to show other people that step. So with what you're going to learn today, you have the authority to show other people. You have the authority to make a $10,000 month if you choose to go big and go home. That's up to you. But if you consider yourself a student forever, if you consider, I gotta learn, if you are addicted to dopamine and buying new shit to feel like you're moving forward, you're gonna stay with a dopamine hit and no money in your bank account. Okay? I don't care what you're selling. I don't care what it is. I will show you how to turn it into a big fat month. But it's not what you think it is. It's not the thing. So this is me speaking in front of a group. ChatGPT made it all sexy. My community is called Freedom Builders. I'll introduce you to that in a minute. I don't have anything to sell you guys, by the way. Like, everything I do is free. For some reason, God's like, just give it to him for free. And so I decided. So everything I've ever done for 9 years, we're not charging for it right now. Everything is free for you. You're just going to come in. Please don't learn, though. Because that's the thing, is you can take this one video and whatever system you have, and you can make a ton of money. And if you're stuck, watch this one video again. And if you get stuck in another 2 weeks, watch this one video again. You do not need anything else. I promise you. God is my witness. I promise you. So I have 54 followers. Woohoo! Now, that could be big deal. It's been a week. I'm not focused on followers. I'm not doing mom follow parties, and I'm not in one single engagement group. I do not want followers for the sake of followers. I want women that are looking for a side gig. I want moms that are burnt out and overwhelmed, and those are who I want following me. So I'm perfectly happy with 54 followers. Also, if I was standing in a room of 54 people, that's 5 sales. Everything is about the law of average. I track data. I am all about the numbers. That's 5 people that could use what I know how to do. So my link is right there. I have one link, and everything I do on social media drives to one link. I have one opportunity. On my Facebook, it's this, which is the 100% commissions. And on my TikTok, it's the community, which I'll share with you next. That is it. I don't have anything else from the front of the room that I talk about. Everything leads to one link. People click or they don't. I don't care. But if they want 100% commissions, they want to learn how to do what I do, they want to make what the money that I make, then they'll click on this one link. I drive traffic to one problem, one solution. Okay, I do a mixture. Now, the whole thing that I'm doing is short form video. I teach people how to make money by going online and hitting record and doing a video and looking in the camera and telling a story. Telling a story. You will not talk about the benefits. You will not talk about all the features. You're not talking about the flavors. You're not talking about all the weird shit, right? You're talking about your Temu pool that I bought a Temu individual pool, right? You're just normal. You're just like a normal person. My TikTok gained 200 followers in the last 48 hours, which is not typical. It's not typical. I'm just telling a story. I'm just a normal person. So if you look at my reels, you can see how they're performing. Right now, I've got one that's over 1.2. This one did the best for me on TikTok as well, although I do have one that's going viral right now. Now, my very first one, it flopped, right? I did this and grew 432 followers in 24 hours. That is true on my TikTok. But my Facebook, if you watch this video and then you go up to my followers, you're like, bullshit. No, you didn't. So if you've ever heard someone say, don't delete your videos, that is such bullshit. That's someone selling you a lie. Just delete it. It's not that big of a deal. Just delete it. Learn from it. You can delete it and edit it. You can upload it again, but you want to learn from it. Now, what I know to be true is this bad boy is going bananas, and it's going bananas on my TikTok, and so are my other stories when I talk about I lost my followers. I lost my followers. People are genuinely curious about the story. Now, guys, this is a failure. I woke up and lost a job. This is a failure in my mind, but I took the opportunity to turn it into, okay, well, cool. I didn't like who was following me anyway. So let's start from scratch. Let's go bigger. Let's go bolder. Let's be very more clearer and more direct. Okay. Now, there is something called a dashboard. Facebook has professional mode. You want to make sure that's turned on. No, I'm not going to teach it. Go to YouTube University. It's free. Okay. This is going to tell you like 12,000 views in my first week. That's not bad. I've already been restricted. Okay. 12,000 views in my first week. My engagement, obviously I'm up, right? Like this isn't even like, yeah, of course, like everything's going to be up because it's a brand new account. But what I do with these is I'll go inside of, I'll gather more data, and then I'll go and I'll see, so non-followers, you always want non-followers to be bigger than your followers. Right now, Facebook is acting as a TikTok. It's pushing your content out to non-followers. You want your audience should be expanding every single day. So you want to make sure your non-followers is bigger than your followers. Otherwise, you're talking to friends and family, right? So you're not making any money because your friends and family, if they were going to buy from you, they would have already bought from you. So these are how my texts are performing. These are how my reels are performing. This is how my photos are performing. So what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll go through all of my reels, and you can click right here, views, viewers, engagement, net followers, and I will see, right, this one, we just bought a transmission shop. That's got, this one's in a group. This one's in a group where I'm hiring, right? 5,000 views, this many impressions. Now this is just me saying, hey, I bought a transmission shop and I'm hiring. This is how I teach you guys how to get leads. It's out of side hustle groups, 1,700 views, 861 viewers, engagement. There's 427 across the groups that I'm in, 427 comments in a week. That's 427 people. That's 42 sales. I break everything down to 10%. 10%. If you suck, you're going to sell 10%. Okay, just look at the data. The data doesn't lie. Now, what that means is I need to reach out to these people. I need to send them a friend request. I need to send them a message. I need to interact with their page, right? Because I'm the solution. I'm the solution. They need me. I know that they need me. So I'll go through this and I'll see what's performing. So next week, I know what my content looks like, right? And you can see all this other stuff. Did okay. But obviously, these ones were the best. So you want to be using your dashboard. You can see your dashboard from your phone. You can check it while you're in parent pickup line. You can check it while you're in a line at the grocery store. Like, this is not something that's like, oh, this is going to take work. No, you just look at it. You look at what's performing and you double down on it. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are a professional mode. Now, what I do personally is I can commit to 2 videos a day. I can commit to 2 reels a day. Sometimes I'll do more, but I can commit. So my minimum is 2 reels a day. Again, I'm teaching women how to make money with short form videos, right? So if we go back up here, helping women over 40 create online income with simple short form videos. That is who I help. Not only do I help that person, I want to repel everybody else. I don't want to do videos. Cool, don't work with me. I don't want to work with someone that doesn't want to do videos. This is how you gain trust, visibility, and credibility as fast as possible and make a sale. This is what I've been doing for 9 years, and I sucked at it in the beginning. So this is what I do. There's no one else that I help. I don't try to help everybody. I don't give a shit. I just want to help this one person. This is how you go viral, by knowing exactly who you help and who you serve and how you can support them. If you try to help everyone, your message will not land. Your message will not land. No one will have any idea what you do. They won't reach out to you because they're confused. So be clear, be clear. Now, grab the free blueprint. My blueprint's free. Grab the free blueprint on my TikTok. Join my free community, right? That is the only 2 things that I ever offer. I don't have anything else to offer. My link is right there. Everything drives back to that link. There's nothing else that I talk about on my business page. Now here's the magic. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the magic? This is called a notification bell. This is your best friend. Don't pay attention to this on your end. You want to give notifications. If you want to get notifications, you want to give notifications. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to this one right here, Side Hustle Mamas, because I asked a question on June 10th. What's the best side gig for someone with a 9-to-5? And I've got 15 likes and I've got 139 comments. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to see, okay, she's from Florida. I prefer people in the United States. I'm going to follow her. I'll go back later. If I click on her profile, I click on her profile, 9,000 followers, entrepreneur, CEO, and call her closed, right? Comment remote for info. I'm going to leave a meaningful comment. I wish more people knew it was really simple to build online. Not trying to recruit her. I'm not trying to, I'm just one sister to another, one entrepreneur to another. Like, hell yeah, you're doing the do. Good on you. Right? Maternal instinct. Cool. I needed a new one. Right? So, meaningful comment. I'll check it out. So I'm going to like 2 or 3. I'm going to read them. I know what remote closing means. It means that she's closing sales for other companies. Now, what I did is I just dinged her notification 4 times. So she is going to open her Facebook and it's going to say Jennifer Abs, Jennifer Abs, Jennifer Abs, Jennifer Abs. And her curiosity is going to go, who is Jennifer Abs? And she's going to come to my page. Now, what she sees and what she thinks and what she believes ain't none of my business. Unless she chooses to engage and interact and tell me. It's none of my business. I'm married to the activity. Okay? So I'm going to go back to my bell. I'm going to go down to this post. This was the other one. We bought a transmission shop, auto body shop. What can you do? I'm hiring. I'm actually not hiring. This is how I bring people out. Many of these people, 32 comments, don't have jobs. So by me creating conversation, and I could be hiring, I'm just not in this moment. By me creating conversation and by me creating curiosity and talking with these people, they're going to go to my Facebook and they're going to see what I'm about. What they think is none of my business, unless they choose to share it. So I'm just bringing people out of their comfort zone, right? What do you do? How can I help you? So this one, what's a side hustle you can do with 3 kids home in the summer? This one was 20 hours ago, 101 comments. I don't have to talk to a single person on my Facebook. I don't have to go search for someone to talk to because every single one of these people is doing it incorrectly. This is a flyer. No one buys flyers. This chick, I'm actually kidding. This one I was like, do you have a pet? I'm like, oh, okay, you got my curiosity. I don't have a pet, but I like that she led with a curiosity sentence, right? I don't have a pet. I'm a stay-at-home mom and do digital marketing. It's interesting, right? So new Facebook profile, right? Great, okay, follow. Married, 1,000 followers, day trading. I don't follow, I've done crypto, I've done trading. It's way above my head. I stay very, very far away from it. I don't even engage with anyone who says they do crypto. Just me. I'm not telling you not what to do. I don't have the bandwidth to figure that out. It's not for me. So I'm going to go and I'm going to you see I already did this, right? That's why it's blue. Look, the wellness store, swapping your toxic everyday essentials for less toxic. We don't do this. This is not, she is selling. She is selling on social media. No one goes into groups and goes, I want to buy from the wellness store. They just don't do that, okay? KDP, I can go Google KDP. UGC, I can go Google UGC and sign up for UGC. You never, ever say the name of your opportunity, ever. Even if you have an opportunity like the wellness store, you call it something else. Okay, I have an opportunity. It's called legacy. I do not call it legacy from social media. No one knows it's legacy. I do not call it that. Again, flyer, no one buys flyers. No one cares about all of this shit on Boss Suite. No one is even reading any of this stuff. Now, will they make a sale? I'm not a total jerk. Sure, yes, some of them are going to make a sale. Do they have a business that they can scale? No, they do not, because this is not a system. This is hoping and praying. Okay, so what I do is I pull these out. I ask a question a day in 3 or 4 groups. I typically have 50 to 100 comments in any given day. And then I go through here and I look for people that have a profile picture. I look for people who are already doing videos so I can give them better direction. And I look for people who are putting themselves out there, but they're selling. Because I can do something with a girl that's already putting herself out there, but she's doing it wrong. And I say that with respect. I did it wrong too. So I can do something with those girls. Now, these groups are where all my leads come from. My Facebook does the talking. So I've got 100 comments, and let's pretend like 10 girls were like, huh, who's Jen? Right? I dinged her bell, I dinged her bell, I dinged her bell, I dinged her bell. So now they're like, who's Jen? When they come to my profile, they know within 3 seconds, oh, freedom building, build your freedom, real strategies, real support, women over 40, simple video, free blueprint. Grab your link. And I repeat that in every single video. My videos teach. No, they don't really teach. They storytell. Right? This right here is storytelling. Because people buy stories, they don't buy information. If you're explaining everything, could you imagine if I was like talking you into going to Disneyland and I tried to explain it? Like, you can't explain Disneyland. You got to go to Disneyland. So you say, I can't explain it. You got to see. You got to see the strategy. I can't, listen, if I tried to explain it, I'm going to jack it up. You have to see the strategy. Well, Jen, what's in the blueprint? Listen, when people ask me, what's the blueprint? I'm like, listen, if I tried to explain the blueprint, I would mess it up. Here's what I know. My friends in the blueprint, we're all making over $10,000 a month. Michelle's a grandmother of 6. She was a teacher, so her training is top notch. She's really good at what she does. I trust her. She's made over $4 million in the last 3 years online, since 2022. Watch the blueprint. They're going to now go watch the blueprint because I sound like I know Michelle. I've never met her. But because I'm actively engaged in the community, I know Michelle's stories. Because I'm actively engaged in the communities, I share all of the community wins on my social media. That subconsciously tells people I work with other people. I can't be like, come join our community. Our community is amazing. Come see what we're doing. And all I do is talk about myself on social media. They're like, what community? Who do you help, Jen? What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. It's not in alignment. But you celebrate your teammates. When you celebrate the wins of other people, then they're like, oh shit, she is helping Amy. Amy's story right now, the story I did on TikTok, this is gonna get you over the hump, by the way, babe. Amy's story, this is a perfect segue. I'm gonna introduce Amy to you guys. All I did was share her story last night in my bedroom, and that video is going viral. Because I told a story about my friend. So let me take the time to introduce to you Amy right now. Amy came into our community for free, I think. I don't think she paid anything. She might have paid $25 if she came into the membership. And she was coming in and she was participating. Always pay attention to people who participate. Okay, they're the ones who are going to do something because they're already doing something. And I'm not going to share anymore, Amy, because I actually want to hear your version. But Amy, if you don't mind popping off and sharing how we met and how you came into the community and what you're doing now.
Okay. So I met Jen through another girl that I met online. And I've been following her for a while, and I thought, this woman is crazy. Like literally. So I've been building online for 5 years now in MLM. And I just kept going to Jen and I'm like, listen, I'm doing all the things they're telling me to do. And then I got into, and of course, I was making a little bit of money, but it wasn't for the amount of time and effort I was putting into what I was doing. I was not reaping any benefits from it. So then I got into the shiny object syndrome, and I was like doing this and that and buying every course, every program, every mentorship you could think of. So Jen finally, we had a like come to Jesus, kick my rear end conversation. And she was like, okay, girl, I can help you, but you have to do this. You have to let everything else go and give me 90 days, 90 focused days on one thing. And I'm like, okay, I give up. I've tried this for 5 years. What do I have to lose? So I'm giving her 90 days, and we are like maybe a little over a month in, and she's probably sick and tired of me already because I literally message her daily with screenshots, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do with all these people? Like, I have daily leads, you guys, with people, and I'm just having conversations after conversations, and I'm just like, just blown away. Like, my business has, and I put everything else on hold, and I focused on one thing, one system, and I just cannot believe what's happening.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. And that is what happened. She was doing all these things, right? So in my mind, she's like making money here, making money there, like on social media, she's doing the do. But in DMs, she's like, Jen, this, and I'm struggling here, and this isn't working, and that's not working. And I finally was like, listen, I'm going to be really honest with you. I need you to put everything down for 90 days and just pick one of them up. I will tell you what to do, what to say, what to post, everything for 90 days. And her goal is $1,000. She wants to make 1,000 a month. I think she's going to probably make 1,500 in June, definitely 2,000 in July, because we're focused on solving one problem for one person. So maybe she'll keep her other stuff, who knows? But for 90 days, and she'll even come back into DMs, and I'm like, I told you 90 days. 90 days. You got to give me 90 days. Because people want instant quick fixes. This is not that. I've been doing this for 9 freaking years. I made one sale my first 30 days, and it felt like pulling teeth. It was like, oh my God, if I can only make one sale a month, this is going to never work. Right? But she's on track. She's, hitting ranks and making income. And it's cute that she says, like, in her perception, right, of I'm bugging Jen daily. And when Amy doesn't message me, I'm like, where'd she go? Where's she at? She better be at church. She's not allowed to go anywhere else. Because I know that I can get Amy through this block. And once I get through this block, in fact, I think it was about, well, first of all, for 2 weeks, she sent me a screenshot and I sent her, here's what you say. Screenshot, here's what you say. Screenshot, here's what you say. And that only took 2 weeks. And then in the third week, she's like, I'm going to say this. But she just kind of like ran it past me, right? Like, yep, that's right. Yep, that's right. Yep, that's right. And now when she's putting me in chats and DMs, she knows exactly how to give guidance, right? Remember we talked earlier, you cannot give direction you haven't taken. So she's not over here trying to tell everyone how to build a business. She's just like, listen, follow Jen. Follow Jen. Jen tells me what to say, what to post, what to do. I send her all my screenshots, and it's working for me. But she can't explain me. I can't explain me. I can show you, right? But you can't explain 9 years of social media and 25 years of working with humans. And I love humans. I study psychology like a geek. I study sales and marketing like a geek. Like, I'm not your average person. So there's so much that I have to give that sometimes I just want to keep giving. And I can't, right? Because they're not ready to receive yet. So we're going to do one more and then we'll do questions, whatever you guys have. So Camilla, there is something online called an order swap. And an order swap is where you buy from someone else and someone else buys your business. And so I was under a huge deadline last month, panicking, going, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to do an order swap and I'm going to get my last customer. So Camilla and I messaged back and forth. She had a company I was curious about. She was curious about my company. She came in. She had no, like, I'm going to build this. And I had no, like, I'm going to build yours. I've been with hers for 2 months. I lose 2 pounds a week. I love her product. I don't talk about it really yet. That could change later. But she came in and she saw that we had a system that she didn't have to worry about leads. And then she saw that she could earn some other stuff. So Camilla, do you want to share a little how we met? And you're building both. Like, you are building both businesses and you're learning how to have one problem from the front of the from social media, solve one problem with one solution. Are you able to unmute and kind of share?
Yes.
I just love you.
Like you said, we met in a group. At first, I was like, am I going to do this? I've never done an order swap. What even is that? So I tried it without even knowing what I was getting into, and I ended up loving it. And she's been with me ever since. And we're just supporting each other, and I'm trying to build both.
Yes. So what I recognized in Camilla immediately was that she does short form videos in her stories every single day about her business. And I was like, ooh, I can help this girl. She can stay in this business because we don't offer the same product. So she could stay in hers, but I can show her how to make money over here. And I bet she knows people that don't want to do video. I bet she knows people that don't want to do social media. I bet she knows people that just want leads given to her. And so we're doing it strategically in a way where she can still stay over here because no one really knows what we're doing until we get into the DMs because of the questions that we ask inside of the group, the relationships that we build inside of DMs. And she does a lot of like gut health and bloating and like very problem product solution. Whereas I'm strictly a systems girl, I sell systems. So she's able to do both. Now she's learning how to do systems in the front. So thank you, Camilla, for sharing. So guys, this is how I'm building online. I'm literally doing videos of day 3. Here's what I did yesterday. Day 4. Here's what I did yesterday. Because what builds a business is that you are openly saying, I'm solving this problem for myself, right? I'm solving that I've got to get a 24,000 follower. I don't really need a 24,000 follower Facebook. The problem I'm solving is I need a $10,000 account again. I lost my $10,000 account. I got to build it back up. That problem is going to be solved. Hear me when I say this. I want 10,000 a month. Me. That's my belief system. So my message is I'm going to show you how to make $10,000 by Labor Day. 12 weeks. Most people don't believe they can do it in 4. I sure as hell didn't. It took me 6 months to make 10 grand. But they believe they might be able to do it in 6 weeks. So I'll make $10,000 a month selling something that they believe that they can make $10,000 by Labor Day. So my videos are strategic. It's going to solve my problem. Watch me do it, right? I'm not a teacher guru. I'm a normal mom doing normal shit, talking about my friends on social media. But because I'm selling make 10,000 by Labor Day, they'll buy my system. And then I'll show them how to make 10,000 by Labor Day. If they do it, great. If they don't do it, great. I'm not attached to other people's outcome because it's not my responsibility. I can't make them work. I can't make them show up. I can't make them post. I won't hold their hand. I'm a grown-up. They're a grown-up. Now, that being said, I will do everything in my power, like I've done with Amy and both Camilla, to be in DMs and answer questions and be available as long as they're letting me know they're building a business and they need me. They have my full and undivided attention because when they win, I win. But I don't beg people to build a business. I'm not in DMs begging. I'm not chasing. I'm not bugging friends and family. I'm not doing any of that stuff. People come to me because of the stories I share on social media. So, last piece. This is what I get. I don't have results. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You started. You started with fear. You started with skepticism. You started with overwhelm. You started with doubt. You started with no money in your account. You started. If that's the only step you've taken is you've started, you're ahead of billions of people who are watching. And maybe they bought 27 things, but they ain't never started. So by you starting today, you've done one thing that you can give direction to. You are the authority because you started. You don't need to know any more information. That's a dopamine hit that's going to keep you broke. Don't fall for it. You do not want to learn. I promise. Promise, I promise, I promise. Now, are you going to learn as you do shit? Yes, of course. Of course, of course. But learning is not earning. It's not an income producing activity. It just makes you feel good. It makes you feel, oh, I'm smart. That's great. What's your bank account tell you? You're broke? Yeah, stop learning. Go help someone else. Come back and learn. I go 100 miles an hour and then I go back and I learn after. Like I go make $5,000 a month and then I learn stuff. I didn't need it. Ignorance on fire. Ignorance on fire is going to pay you way more than knowledge on ice. Okay? So that is TED Talk for you guys tonight. I'm super grateful that you guys showed up. Thank you, Amy and Camilla, for sharing your guys' relationship of how we came to know each other, social media, how we are building a business together. Stacy and Val, welcome. I don't know you guys. You guys are brand new. Does anyone have any questions about anything that you saw tonight? And you should. I expect questions. If you don't have questions, then you're making money online. That's fantastic. I hope you are. Or I just did such a great job. You're like, no, but you got to go do it now. You got to go do it. So does anyone have any questions at all? Girl, you and me both. Honestly, when it got restricted today on TikTok, I was like, I'm going to TikTok. Or when it got restricted again, I was like, I told Amy, I'll be on TikTok. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Yeah, so if you want to get started, so right now we have nothing to offer, nothing to sell you guys. As you're aware, there's a link in my bio. By the way, you should always have a link in your bio. You should always have a link in your profile, always. Okay, so there's a link in my bio. Go click on that link. It's 100% commissions, daily pay. We've got 2 high tiers. If you do the 900 or the 1400, we build your funnel for you. We build your business out. We take all the tech off of the table so you don't have to do that. We have found most people get stuck doing that. Yes, link in bio. Always have a link in bio. Always have a link in bio. And that link should not be the business link. Should not be the business link. It should be Stand Store, Milkshake, Linktree, or a domain that you bought. Okay, but not your business link. Always have a link in your bio, because people are curious. They're just going to go click around. So you are invited into my community. That is on my TikTok. So if you're not in my community, Trisha, I don't think you're in my community. Stacy and Val, I feel like I saw you both today inside the community, and you might have both came from TikTok. My TikTok went really bananas today. So thank you for being here. If this is your first time, I know we're just meeting each other. Trisha, I can get you that link. It's not on Facebook right now because it's only on my TikTok. In fact, let me just do this real quick. Let me give you guys a little, everything I do is inside of a community called School. So this is my community. We are popping off today. We're one person away from 300, and that is so exciting. This looks just like Facebook. Okay, this is absolutely free. There's nothing for you to pay for at all right now. You're gonna see 3 pinned posts. Okay, you'll wanna read those. This is where you start. Welcome, read this, and then we want you to introduce yourself. We want to know about you. We want to know how we can serve you. So introduce yourself, and then this is just like Facebook. So people are posting in here and commenting in here. If you go to Classroom. Right here, the 60-minute income system. This is literally, I kind of showed you today what I do, but this is it broken down. I work 60 minutes a day on Facebook. I work 60 minutes a day on TikTok. I really don't work very hard. What takes me the longest is editing my videos, and that's because I'm just at a point where I'm playing with more buttons and more features. You don't actually have to do that. I like to keep things really, really, really simple. I'm not really a brilliant person. If it's overcomplicated, I'm out. If it's simple and fun and we can make a lot of money, I'm in. So this is really, really simple. You can go through this. This is free. We're not charging anything right now. And the other thing is I've got a lot of stuff in here. So this is the 100% that we talked about. And this is faceless. I've got a faceless TikTok. This is everything I did to build my faceless account. This is free. And I've got a bunch of courses in here that I'm going to give you guys. This is how I went viral for free. This is scripts on how to go viral for free. Stuff that I've done in the past. So I'm going to unlock those now. I used to charge for them. I'm just really in a place and I'm really open to what God wants me to do. And he's just telling me like, don't charge. So we're not charging. This is our calendar. So everything that we do is back here in our calendar, and this community is free, and it's free for you to learn if this is a fit. I don't think people should charge you to see if you like it and if you can make money. You pay for the vehicle, but you don't pay to learn how, like your mom taught you how to drive a car, your dad taught you how to drive a car. You paid with your time. Maybe you went to driving school if you had to, but you had to buy the vehicle to get you from A to B. So I teach you how to build online for free. I never charge to teach you. Not charging to teach you. You just have to buy the vehicle. And there's millions of vehicles. You don't have to buy mine. There's thousands of vehicles. So great question, Trisha. I'll put you in our community if you'd like. Any questions, guys, about anything that you saw tonight or building online or anything? Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys for being on. I'll see you inside of the community. Thanks, girl. I'm so excited to see you on tonight. All right, guys. Have a great Sunday.
Bye.